Dorothy lived in Kansas on a farm. She loved to walk in the beautiful countryside. Most of the time, the summer sun was bright and the day was hot. But sometimes a wild wind blew and dark storm clouds would appear.
One summer day, Dorothy decided to go for a long walk.
I think I'll go for a long walk. Don't go far, a storm's coming.
But Dorothy's mother was worried.
But Dorothy ignored her mother's warning and went for a long walk anyway.
This is a long walk.
Suddenly,
Dorothy was surrounded by dark storm clouds, and the sun went away. The clouds made loud noises like thunder. Then they took Dorothy away.
after the dark storm clouds had disappeared, Dorothy found herself in a strange place.
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
And before she could count to 10, a large crowd had gathered upon her.
Who are you?
We're the Munchkins.
The people were the Munchkins, and they lived in the magical kingdom of Oz.
Where am I?
You're in Oz.
The Munchkins gave her the news that she had traveled to Oz and storm clouds.
The Munchkins wanted to know who Dorothy was.
Who are you?
I'm Dorothy.
From Kansas.
The Munchkins were very curious.
What do you want?
Dorothy was sad because she had disobeyed her mother and was lost. She began to cry.
I want to go home.
The Munchkins showed her the way home.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Bye.
So Dorothy did. The Munchkins waved goodbye and went back to work.
Dorothy followed the brick road until she came to a grove of trees. The trees waved their branches in the breeze. The wind of their leaves sounded like the voices of the trees.
Don't go into the forest.
Dorothy heard the voices of the trees, but she paid no attention to what they said and kept right on walking on the brick road.
I want to go home.
Suddenly, a scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion came walking out of the grove of trees. Dorothy was surprised.
Ah! 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 I'm Dorothy from Kansas. Who are you?
I'm Scarecrow.
I'm Tin Man.
I'm Lion. Gruff.
Dorothy
Ah!
was, Dorothy, Dorothy was scared and jumped. Lion jumped too. Lion was sorry he had scared her.
Ah! I'm sorry. Don't be afraid of me. I'm a coward.
Dorothy wasn't afraid anymore.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm searching for a brain.
I'm searching for a heart.
I'm searching for courage.
Dorothy thought about what they said. It sounded interesting, and she could tell they would like her to help them.
I'm sorry. I want to get home. Bye.
Dorothy waved goodbye and continued to walk on the brick road.
Dorothy came to a beautiful garden filled with flowers.
You are very beautiful.
The flowers covered their faces because they were very modest. Then they told Dorothy that the garden belonged to the Wicked Witch. They warned Dorothy that if the witch found her in the garden, she would be very angry.
But I want to go home.
Run away, you'll never never go home.
Just then, the wicked witch appeared. She looked angry and very scared.
Dun, 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 dun.
She shook her broomstick at Dorothy.
Get out of my garden.
Out of nowhere, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion appeared. The Tin Man felt sad.
We have to help Dorothy.
The Scarecrow put his finger to his head and thought, I have an idea.
Scarecrow remembered that witches are afraid of water. If they could get some water and threaten to splash the Wicked Witch, she would run away. They wondered who would be brave enough to splash the Wicked Witch with water.
I'm brave enough to do that.
Lion walked away and came back with a bucket of water. He walked right up to the Wicked Witch and showed her the water.
Whoa! Don't get my hair wet! Ah!
Get away from my friends or I'll splash you.
Dorothy was so happy that she clapped her hands. She thanked the Tin Man for caring that she was in trouble, the Scarecrow for coming up with a good idea, and the Lion for being brave enough to scare the Wicked Witch away.
Tin Man, you got brains. Scarecrow, you got brains. I got brains. Tin Man, you're all heart. Lion, you got courage.
Oh, shucks.
Tin Man suddenly started to cry.
Oh my. Scarecrow was afraid Tin Man would rust. Why was Tin Man crying?
What about Dorothy?
Dorothy was no closer to home than when she started following the brick road. Suddenly, the dark storm clouds appeared. The dark storm clouds had a rainbow with them, and they gathered around Dorothy.
Follow the rainbow.
The dark storm clouds and rainbow began to blow away, and Dorothy followed because they were leading her home. Everyone in Oz, the Munchkins, the trees, the flowers, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and even the Wicked Witch came to wave goodbye to Dorothy.
Dorothy returned home. Everyone in Oz was happy that they had met someone from Kansas. They talked about Dorothy's adventure in the magical kingdom of Oz for a long time, and so did Dorothy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.